Hello, my friends. Good evening. This is Tosif starting a live stream and looking forward to connecting with a lot of our friends who hopefully will be joining us for this stream soon. And hopefully, we will have new friends. We'll make new friends. Every day we do that. Every day we do a live stream. We have new viewers, new subscribers, new community members, and that's always the goal, to grow this community and to reach more people. So I see Frank is already here. Hello, Frank. And I see Kay Cooper is here. Hello, Kay. Good to see you. And hopefully more of our friends will be joining us here very shortly. So the topic I want to discuss today is FIFA World Cup. I see Salerno is here. Hi, Salerno. FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming up. Now, please tell me if you are excited, if you are looking forward to FIFA World Cup 2026. Now, I don't know if you're a sports fan. I don't know if, like, even if you are a sports fan, do you like soccer, or do you like some other sports? Whatever the case, if you are somebody who wants to see America grow and thrive and be more prosperous, you're going to love FIFA World Cup 2026 because of the economic impact of the sporting tournament. Okay? So you could tell me, Toss, if this sounds great, but I'm not really a soccer fan. You know what? Do you want America to have to experience excellent economic boost? Well, then FIFA World Cup is going to do that, okay? Billions and billions of dollars of economic impact. This is going to be really huge, okay? And so, and if you love soccer, even better. You're going to love this. FIFA World Cup 2026 coming to the United States of America, okay? The whole world is going to be watching this. The whole world, literally. When I say the whole world is going to be watching this, it's not an exaggeration. People from all continents, everywhere, they're going to be watching this FIFA World Cup 2026. People wait for 4 years. When one FIFA World Cup ends, people wait for the next one. And it's a long wait. It's a wait of 4 years, all right? So my friends, it's really a universal sport, okay? There are so many amazing, different types of sports out there, but this is truly a universal sport. Soccer. We call it soccer. In the United States, we call it soccer, but people in different parts of the world, they call it football. Obviously, in the United States, football is a different sport. You're talking about the NFL. So anyway, there are some differences in terms and words, but it's the same thing. The rest of the world calls it football. We call it soccer. It's the same sport. By the way, I want to hear from you. What is your favorite sport? What do you like to participate in? What do you like to watch? You can let me know in the live chat, my friends. Go ahead, let me know in the live chat. Do you like soccer? Do you like baseball? Do you like basketball? Do you like, something else? Golf? Do you like golf? President Trump loves golf, right? Golf is awesome. By the way, I used to play cricket growing up, and yeah, that's what I used to play. When I was growing up in Bangladesh, I would play cricket. So, FIFA World Cup 2026. Record ticket sales already. I mean, it's going to be taking place in the summer of 2026. It's months away, but record ticket sales already taking place. And my friends, if you think about it, soccer fans from all over the world, from literally all over the world, will be coming to the United States. Okay, people from all over the world. And President Trump and his administration, they want to ensure that there is a fast and a smooth process for all those from around the world who wish to visit the United States of America for the FIFA World Cup games. And President Trump asked people to apply right away for visas. I mean, those who wish to come to the US to watch these games in person. You know, you want to go to a stadium and get your seat and watch a soccer game, FIFA World Cup 2026, you know, apply for visas right away. Now, there's a White House task force on the FIFA World Cup 2026. And the task force, full of very, very capable people, they are making sure that all the organization and all the planning of the event goes smoothly, okay? This is something that requires tremendous coordination. I mean, how many entities are going to be coordinating to make sure that this whole tournament goes smoothly? How many different entities? I mean, you got FIFA, you got the law enforcement agencies, you got, you know, the Secretary of State and the State Department, you got the Homeland Security Department, and so many others, okay? And in all the different cities where these games will be held and all the stadiums, I mean, this is so massive. I mean, talk about event organizing. This is probably the biggest event to organize. And so the goal is to make sure that everything goes smoothly. It would require massive coordination. Lots of agencies will have to work together. The largest sporting event in the world. Now, my friends, are you happy that it is during President Trump's administration that FIFA World Cup 2026 will be held? Are you happy? If you are, please write Trump in the live chat. In the live chat, just write Trump, T-R-U-M-P, Trump. Write President Trump's last name, Trump, and show your support for President Trump and his leadership and his administration, who's working very hard to make sure that FIFA World Cup 2026 goes smoothly. Let me know, my friends. Let me know in the live chat. Write Trump. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna write Trump. K. Cooper is writing Trump. I'm writing Trump, and others are writing Trump. Thank you so much. Trey is writing Trump. Awesome. A lot of support for our president. So every year we have the Super Bowl, right? Do you watch the Super Bowl? Do you like the Super Bowl? Every year we got the Super Bowl. Everyone's excited. And it becomes the biggest sporting event in America when it happens, the Super Bowl. And companies, they spend massive amounts of money on TV commercials for the Super Bowl, right? And that's something that happens every year. But the FIFA World Cup takes place once every 4 years. So the last one, which you may remember, back in 2022, do you remember where it was held? Don't do a search on the internet. Just tell me, do you remember where FIFA World Cup 2022 was held? Which country hosted that? Don't look it up on the internet. Andres is saying Qatar. Rock Band is saying Qatar. Are they correct? Was it in Qatar? Can you tell me? Can you tell me, my friends? Optimistic is saying Qatar. That's right. It was held in Qatar. And you know, Qatar is a great ally. Trey saying Qatar. Qatar is a great ally of the United States of America. And Qatar gave a warm welcome to President Trump when he visited. I've talked about it probably many times already previously. So it was held in Qatar, and now 2026 World Cup is going to be in North America. So we, the United States of America, we're hosting this one in 2026, and Mexico and Canada are co-hosting. So it's going to be U.S. taking the lead, and Mexico and Canada will be co-hosting. So that's great. And so this tournament happens every 4 years. And so when the World Cup finally takes place, that truly is going to be the biggest sporting event in the US and in the world. There's not going to be anything like this. I mean, you know, somebody just said that each of the games will be like a Super Bowl. And if you think about it in terms of viewership, how many people from around the world will be tuning in to watch? That is true. Each and every game during this entire tournament, it's going to be like a Super Bowl. And some games will be Super Bowl times, you know, you pick your number. It's good. I mean, when you get to like the semifinal and the final, it's going to be way, way, way bigger than Super Bowl. I mean, truly, because this is a global tournament. It's a global event. Can anyone tell me how many games are going to be there altogether? Can anyone tell me how many games there will be? Make a guess, my friends. Don't look it up on the internet. How many games? Corey says a lot. Well, Corey, that's the correct answer. A lot. A lot. Give me a number here, my friends. Give me a number here. Rock Band is saying 82 games. Winner is saying 48 games. No. How many games? Corey is saying 32. No way. Eric is saying 66. Salerno is saying 50. And our friend, Rachel, Journey, who goes by the name here, Journey, you can see. Rachel from Wisconsin. Rachel, so great to see you. Rachel is saying 104, 104. Now, do you think Rachel is correct? Kevin is saying 104, 104. So we got two people saying 104, including our friend Rachel here. So do you think Rachel is correct? Do you think Kevin is correct? Kevin, thanks for being here. That's right. 104 games altogether. By the way, tell me how many teams are going to be participating? Who can answer that question? How many teams altogether will be participating? Let's see. The number of games I did confirm, 104. Rock Band is saying 48 teams. Okay. Is Rock Band correct? Rock Band, wonderful. Yes, 48 teams. Now, this is a higher number than usual because FIFA is now going to have 48 teams instead of 32 teams. Rachel also says 48. That's correct, Rachel. So from 32 teams, the number is going up to 48 teams, which means this is going to be greater than ever before. I mean, you've watched FIFA World Cup before. You've watched the games over decades. You've watched different World Cup. There's not going to be a one like this one. This is going to be the greatest FIFA event in the history of FIFA. That is my strong belief, and I know a lot of other people, they are thinking the same thing. This is going to be bigger than ever before. 48 teams, 104 games, and it's going to be taking place in North America, mostly in the United States, and also including Mexico and Canada. So our neighbors are going to be, uh, co-hosting. And the final, the final match it's going to be on July 19th of 2026. That's when the final is. And can anyone tell me where the final will be held? Okay, I'm asking you questions that you can easily look up the answer. Let's not do that, okay? There's no fun if you're looking up the answers on the internet. Okay, just tell me, where do you think the final game is going to be taking place, the final match? Rock Band is saying New Jersey. Is Rock Band correct? Jay is saying Miami. Corey is saying Los Angeles. Anyone else? Stephen, good to see you. Stephen from Southern Illinois is here. Okay, it's going to be taking place at the New York, New Jersey Stadium. That's where it'll be held. The New York, New Jersey Stadium. Rachel is saying New Jersey. New Jersey, exactly. Rachel has all the right answers. Rachel, great to see you. Rachel, our friend Journey here, is saying New Jersey. That is the correct answer. New York, New Jersey Stadium. So it's going to be good for New Yorkers and also the people of New Jersey. Going to be closer to them. They'll be having a lot of fun. And big sporting events like this brings a lot of business, a lot of people, tourists looking to buy stuff. The restaurants are going to be booming. The hotels are going to be doing a lot of business. And, good for small businesses. So, by the way, let me ask you, do you think Mamdani is going to go and watch the final or any of the games? Because the final is going to be taking place in New Jersey at the New York, New Jersey Stadium. Do you think Zoran Mamdani is going to go watch? He's going to be the mayor when this event takes place next year. He's going to be already sworn in. He's going to be the mayor. He'll have a few months into the job. Do you think he's going to go and watch? Mamdani? Zoran? I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, it's going to be good for New York. It's going to be good for New Jersey. Now, who can tell me when was the last time that the United States of America hosted the World Cup? Frank loves watching chess. I love it, Frank. When was the last time that the United States hosted the World Cup? Kevin says 94. Andres is saying, is it Andre? Andre, right? Andre is saying 94. Jonathan saying 94. Rock Band is saying 94, I think. Anyone else? That is right. Can you believe it has been that long? 1994 was the last time that the United States of America hosted the FIFA World Cup. Wow. Where were you in 1994? How old were you in 1994? Anyone else here? And anyone here who was born after 1994? Kay Cooper is saying Trump, #1, best president of the USA. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, think about how old you were in 1994, okay? It was a long time ago, it feels like. Maybe not that long ago, but it feels like a long time ago, right? 19 94. Yeah, long time ago, undoubtedly. And the World Cup final for that World Cup took place in Pasadena, California. And this time, the final will be in New Jersey. And this stadium, the New York, New Jersey Stadium, opened in 2010, and the capacity is 82,500 people. It's a big stadium, 82,500 people. Um, so anyway, yeah, I don't know if the new mayor of New York City, Zoran Mamdani, if he's going to be going, if he's going to be going to watch the final, maybe he will. If he's not too busy spreading socialism, maybe he'll go watch the match. Anyway, Donald Trump, I'm pretty sure he's going to be there for the final. I mean, I'm going to make a guess that he'll be there. Uh, by the way, do you know where the opening game will be taking place? The opening game in the U.S. I think the first match. Hold on a second. The opening match is going to be outside the U.S. The very first match. But out of all the matches that will be taking place in the U.S., do you know where the first one will be? Make a guess. Tell me the name of the state. That'll be enough. Corey says California. That's right. It'll be in California, Inglewood, California, at the Los Angeles Stadium. Okay, so 48 national teams participating. By the way, you probably already know this, but I'm going to highlight it once again. We hosted the FIFA Club World Cup in 2025. We, the United States. So that took place this year, 2025. So we have two back-to-back years of major sporting events. Now, I'm going to share with you some numbers that will really show you the economic impact of FIFA World Cup 2026. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? You're going to love the numbers here. Who would like to hear the numbers? My friends, both tournaments, so FIFA World Cup FIFA Club World Cup in 2025 and FIFA World Cup in 2026, both tournaments are projected to generate $47.6 billion in gross output, $26.8 billion in GDP, $10.2 billion in social benefits, and $5.3 billion in government revenues in the U.S. That's over $90 billion. And 290,000 jobs, more than 290,000 jobs are projected to be created across the United States through the FIFA World Cup 2026 and FIFA Club World Cup 2025. So that is tremendous. That is tremendous. Okay. Yeah, Ryan is saying temporary jobs. Yeah, I mean, jobs are jobs. A lot of people need temporary jobs. Ryan, do you realize that a lot of people need temporary jobs? There are temporary jobs that add great value to the economy. Okay? So, I mean, are you trying to say, oh, temporary job creation is bad? I mean, obviously, this is when you've got a major sporting event All right? When you've got a major sporting event that's coming up, and the last time we hosted this was in 1994, and now it's coming back in 2026. So, yeah, it's common sense that this is a one-time event that's taking place after decades. All right? We hosted this last time in the previous millennium. All right? This is a new millennium. Do you understand that? In 1994, when we hosted this, it was in the last millennium. Not just the last century, but the last millennium. This is a new millennium. And we're hosting it again. And no one's saying that, oh, this is going to be a 365-day thing. No, yeah, it's going to be for over a month. So this is temporary. But if there will be 290,000 jobs created, even if those jobs are temporary, I mean, those who are going to be working there in these jobs, they're going to be earning income. A lot of young people need temporary jobs. I mean, there are lots of industries where people need seasonal workers. So are you going to say, oh, those are seasonal jobs, it's bad? I mean, what? Are we going to say, oh, we don't want to host it? I mean, is that what you think we should be saying? Oh, these are temporary jobs, so we're not going to host it. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Okay? You have to think big. You have to think about the overall picture. I mean, what are we going to do? Say no? Yeah, no, we don't want to host the FIFA World Cup 2026 because the jobs will be temporary. I don't understand this. You got a viewer here, I love it, saying Trump is the best president. See, that is the truth that you've stated. That is the truth. Trump is the best president. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, right here in Wisconsin, by the way, for those who don't know, there are certain industries where they need seasonal workers every year. Those are every year, okay? So there are job openings that people can find every year, maybe for a few months, and they go and work there, knowing very well that these are seasonal, these are not permanent. Now this is different. This is like once every few decades, I guess. So it's good that FIFA is coming. We're going to have the World Cup. There'll be lots of jobs created. And even beyond the jobs, think about the economic impact. So in every city where a match will be held, the hotels are going to have tremendous business. And if people are going to be staying at hotels, they're going to be having breakfast, lunch, dinner. They're going to be out shopping, buying souvenirs. They're going to need different services. They're going to be buying different products. There'll be greater demand. Everything. I mean, everything from like taxi service to, whatever. People are going to be buying clothes. People are going to be using, maybe the salons. They are going to be, going to the cafe. I mean, everything. Okay, people will be buying more fuel for their vehicles. There'll be greater demand for pretty much everything. So it's really common sense. It's a good thing. And it's because of President Trump that we're fortunate enough that we get to host this. Do you understand that? Thank you, my friends. Good to see you all. So this is truly a sport that brings people together. It's a universal sport, soccer. People from all over the world, they love this. I mean, the rules are simple, easy to play. In real life, if you think about it, if you want to, let's say you're not a professional soccer player, but you and some of your friends, you want to play soccer, you go to a park, a nice park, and all you need is a football. I mean, that's all you need. All you need is that ball. I mean, if you play cricket, the sport that I used to play, you're going to need a lot of things. You'll need a bat, in fact, two bats, because in cricket, you always have two batsmen at any given point in time. And then you're going to need the cricket ball. You're going to need it's a specialized wooden cricket ball. Okay, it's made in a certain way. You're going to need wooden stumps and wickets. You're going to need gloves for the goalkeeper, for the wicket keeper. You're going to need helmets and gloves and pads and so much more. So it's an elaborate setting, and you have to measure the pitch and all that. But in soccer, you just need a soccer ball or a football and goalposts. And if you don't have the actual goalposts, if you're, let's say, playing in a park, you can make some markings on the ground and make it work. There are ways to enjoy soccer if you want to. It doesn't need a huge investment. So this is universal sport. It brings people together, and regardless of race, religion, color of the skin, native language, political ideology, people love soccer. Okay, and the ticket sales are going to be amazing. And the president of FIFA, he was in the White House because President Donald J. Trump had a news conference in the White House, and the president of FIFA was there, and he said that America welcomes the world. I mean, as soon as I heard those words, I said, this is it. It truly shows, America's hospitality. America welcomes the world. We welcome the world, and we are going to be welcoming the world. People from every part of the world will be coming to the United States to enjoy this universal sport, soccer. Thank you, my friends. Let's see here. I have a lot more to talk about. Don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere, my friends. Stay here. We have a lot more to discuss. Peter is saying good morning. Hello, Peter. Good morning. Anyone else here? Okay. Okay. William is saying good evening. William, thanks for being here. All right. Yeah, we love soccer. Absolutely. Okay, so President Trump, as I said, he held a news conference in the White House, and that's when the president of FIFA, he said, America welcomes the world. 6 billion people will watch this. Isn't that amazing? 6 billion people. I mean, the number is unbelievable. 6 billion people will watch yeah, see, I had to block someone right now. Anyone trying to spam this during this live chat, gonna be blocked. 6 billion people will watch this, and there's a drawing that's coming up soon. Okay, for the FIFA, for the World Cup, they'll be drawing for the teams. It'll be held at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C. And I think it was told that 1 billion people, not million, billion with a B, 1 billion people will watch that drawing take place. That's coming up soon. Okay. Jorge is saying it's not soccer, it's football. Jorge, I did mention that, Jorge. I did mention that. I did say that the rest of the world calls it football. We in the United States, we call it soccer. I grew up calling it football because I grew up in Bangladesh. So I grew up calling it football. I didn't call it soccer. Now in the United States, I call it soccer because football in the U.S. is a different sport. Okay, uh, we're talking about NFL. So Jorge, don't be upset. Call it soccer, call it football, call it whatever you prefer out of the two. It's your decision. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem, Jorge. Um, Anyone else? Uh, but by the way, let's see. What do you like to call it? Do you call it football or soccer? If you call it football, just write football. If you call it soccer, write soccer. In the live chat, let's see. Visually, let's see. Okay, someone's saying bye. All right, bye bye. Uh, Moon is saying football. Mick is saying soccer. Steve is saying soccer. Richard Miller is saying soccer. Richard, good to see you. William is saying soccer. Kay Cooper is saying soccer. Steven saying soccer. Jorge is saying football. Okay. Quinn is saying soccer. Let's see. Let me see. Bill from Vegas is here. Welder Bill. Bill, so good to see you. Where have you been, Bill? Good to see you. Our friend Bill from Vegas is here. Okay. A viewer saying that it's called football in the Middle East. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I grew up calling it football. Okay, so I just told you. When I was growing up, I didn't call it soccer. I called it football because in the part of the world where I grew up, it's called football. But in the US, we call it soccer. Okay. I see a lot of people in the live chat. We got a viewer saying MAGA. Jorge saying, how big is football in Bangladesh? Well, it's pretty big. Not as big as cricket, but it's pretty big in Bangladesh. I mean, yeah. All right. Got a lot of folks here in the live chat, my friends. 40 likes on this video. Isn't that awesome? That's wonderful. Hey, let me make a quick edit here, okay? I think this conversation is going to be much better if we just make a little tweak here, a quick change. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, my friends. Let me make this quick change. You're gonna love this here. I think you will. I just changed the setting here, which means that the live chat is accessible to people who subscribe and who stay subscribed for a period of 1 minute. Okay, so hit the subscribe button, stay subscribed for 60 seconds, and then you can participate in the live chat. Had to make that change just to make sure that we keep the conversation, meaningful. All right. So, my friends, great to see you all. Thank you for being here. So, 6 billion people will be watching the tournament, and 1 billion people will be watching the drawing that's coming up soon, which will be held at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C. Now, President Trump held a press conference in the White House, and there was an announcement, and you're going to love this one, about the new FIFA Pass program that would give ticket holders priority for visa appointments. Isn't that awesome? So obviously people from outside the US, as they come to the United States, if they're going to be coming here to watch the FIFA games, they have to have visa if they're not US citizens, or lawful permanent residents. If they are just going to be visitors, there has to be a proper process to make sure that they get priority visa appointments. So this FIFA Pass program would give ticket holders priority for visa appointments. Now, ticket holders get priority appointments, but they would still have to go through the same vetting process. Okay? So if you're thinking that, oh, it's going to be expedited entry, less vetting, no, no, no. Security and safety, number one. That's number one. So people will still have to go through the same vetting process. And but ticket holders are going to get priority appointments. So we're proud of the work that the Trump administration is doing. So in the White House during the press conference, our great Secretary of State Marco Rubio, he was there. He explained what the government's doing to make sure that everything goes smoothly. And obviously, the recommendation is for ticket holders to apply for visa as soon as possible, okay? And not to wait too long. By the way, I want to ask this question. Is there anyone here who plans to attend a FIFA match at a stadium? I mean, of course, you're going to be able to watch the matches on TV, on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop. But is there anyone here planning to go and see a match, at least one match in person? I'm not saying you're going to go watch, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches the whole tournament. Just even if you're planning to go see a single game, one single match, tell me in the live chat. Go ahead. Anyone planning to do so? Or if you would like to, anyone like hoping, oh, I wish I could go, or oh, I hope I can go and watch, a match in person. Anyone? Go ahead. Let me know. Let's see. Evelyn is here. Hello, Evelyn. That's our friend from Las Vegas. So we got Bill from Vegas. We got Evelyn from Vegas. Vegas is here. Nevada is well represented in this live chat. This is wonderful. Bill is here. See, Bill says, my neighbor Evelyn. Yeah, Evelyn, you can see. Welder Bill's here. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so should I go through the list of the stadiums in the US where the FIFA games will be held? Anyone interested in the list of stadiums? Give me a second, my friends. I'm going to look at the screen here for a second. Someone's asking me, how are you? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. So tell me if you are in one of these cities and if you think that you might want to go and watch one of the games. I'd love to. Honestly, if you ask me, I'd love to go see maybe one or two games, but I don't know if I'll be able to. I might be too busy in the summer. Boston Stadium. Anyone from Boston? Anyone from near Boston? Anyone from near Boston here in the live chat or watching? I've been making sure that the live chat conversation stays relevant. All right. Okay. So Boston Stadium, that's one of the locations. New York, New Jersey Stadium, I already mentioned that. San Francisco Bay Area Stadium. Okay. Do we have folks from California here? Do we have our friend Swaggy? Swaggy is not from San Francisco. I think he's from Southern California, right? Los Angeles. But anyone from San Francisco? And then Philadelphia. Anyone from Philadelphia? Philadelphia Stadium. Houston Stadium. Our friend Kay Cooper. Kay, how far is Houston from where you are? And then also Dallas Stadium. That's also one of the venues for the World Cup matches. Bill is asking, is Swaggy here tonight? I have not seen Swaggy, unless he commented and I missed. But Swaggy did tune in for a live stream not too long ago, just a couple days ago, I think. Kay Cooper is saying 2.5 hours. All right. So it's kind of like me going to Chicago, like 2.5, 3 hours. So, I mean, it's not too close, not too far. So Houston Stadium, Dallas Stadium, Miami Stadium, okay? So we got Frank from Florida. Frank, how far is Miami Stadium from where you are? And then Atlanta Stadium, and also Los Angeles Stadium, Seattle Stadium, Kansas City Stadium. Now, did I miss any? Hope not. Anyone going to watch the games in any of these stadiums? I think the one that is closest to where I am is Kansas City, actually, yeah. DSAR is here. Hi, DSAR. Good to see you. Yeah, Kansas City is probably the closest out of this list that I have in front of me, because Philadelphia is far away. Houston, Dallas, far, far away. Miami, really far away. Yes, Seattle, Los Angeles, on the other side of the country. Kansas City is the closest to me. All right. Anyway, keep in mind that this FIFA World Cup 2026 is going to be overlapping with our Independence Day celebration on July 4th, 2026, okay? So July 4th, 2026 will pretty much fall in the middle of this tournament, FIFA World Cup. So it's going to be a really amazing period of time between June and July next year, okay? The 250th anniversary of the United States of America. And that celebration will take place while the World Cup is taking place in the US. I mean, what a year it's going to be. I mean, this is really the golden age of America. Don't you think so? This truly is the golden age of America, I think. Steve is saying it's going to be awesome. I think it'll be awesome. Let's see how many Trump supporters we have. If you support Trump, write Trump or MAGA in the live chat. We got a lot of trolls here today. Unbelievable. I mean, look at the trolls. They're staying real busy here. Soleno says MAGA. Evelyn says Trump. Big says MAGA. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Trump, super MAGA. Trump. Steven saying Trump. Awesome. K. Cooper says MAGA. All right, my friends. Thank you so very much. So anyway, I wanted to talk about this FIFA World Cup 2026. Lots of jobs will be created. Tremendous economic impact. Businesses are going to do great during FIFA World Cup 2026. Next year, 2026 is going to be amazing. June, July, a great time for such a major sporting event, the biggest sporting event in the world, 48 teams, 104 matches altogether. And who's going to be the winner? By the way, can anyone guess who the winner will be? I mean, I guess we have to find out who qualifies. I mean, I think the qualifiers are still going on. But can anyone maybe just make a wild guess? Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? Who's going to win the World Cup, my friends? Which country? Just make a guess. Evelyn says USA, USA. I love it. I love it, Evelyn. K. Cooper says USA. Isn't that going to be awesome if we win the World Cup? If we win the World Cup, we may win the World Cup. I mean, there are some really strong teams out there, countries that really focus on soccer, but we may win. We may win. We may win. So in the past, let's see. In the past, FIFA World Cup. In 2022 in Qatar, it was Argentina that won the World Cup. France was the runner-up. In 2018, it was France, and Croatia was the runner-up, so France was the winner in 2018. In 2014, it was Germany, the winner. Runner-up was Argentina. In 2010, Spain won the World Cup. The runner-up was Netherlands. In 2006, Italy won the World Cup. France was the runner-up. In 2002, Brazil won the World Cup. Germany was the runner-up. In 1998, France won the World Cup. I remember this one. really well. You know, I was a young boy in 1998. I remember this one. I was a young boy, um, watching France win the World Cup. I was obviously in Bangladesh at the time, growing up, a young boy, and I remember France winning the World Cup. It was big. I mean, that was a big World Cup, um, because the final match took place between France and Brazil, and France became the champion, and Brazil was the runner-up. Uh, that was quite a World Cup. Yeah, who remembers the 1998 World Cup? All right, okay. Evelyn doesn't remember that. Yeah, it's a lot of information to remember. It's hard to remember like all these World Cups and who won when, but I remember the one because I guess that was the first World Cup that I watched and I kind of understood. Okay, like because I was a young boy, um, and like the one in hold on a second, the one in 1994. Um, I was too young. 1994, I was too young. So that was Brazil versus Italy. But 1998, I was still young, but a little older than what I was in 1994. So I remember that one, the 98 one, France versus Brazil. It was great. And here we are, approaching 2026. I know this is going to be the greatest FIFA World Cup ever. I think it'll be awesome. Um, so yeah, that's all I have. All right. All right, my friends. So thank you so very much for tuning in for this live stream. Do you have any questions for me? If you have questions for me, I'm happy to answer your questions. Just let's make sure that the questions are meaningful and not just trolling. Okay, ask me meaningful questions and I'll answer. Otherwise, I'm going to end this live stream. We are almost at the 1 hour mark. All right. What did I prepare for food today? That's a great question, Evelyn. I prepared chicken biryani. I had chicken biryani today. That's what I had for dinner. Chicken biryani. It was pretty good. Okay. K. Cooper asks, did I film it? No, I did not film this one. I did not take video of this one. Sorry. But chicken biryani, really good. You get a lot of spices that have to go in. I mean, it's a rice and chicken dish. Added some potatoes there, but the chicken has to be prepared with lots of flavors. And I used basmati rice that I used. So yeah. Okay, Cooper, you love my videos where I prepare eggs, right? Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. I mean, I have eggs every day, but I have not videotaped, a fried egg in a while. Yeah. Evelyn says Evelyn made fettuccine alfredo with chicken and broccoli with baguette and salad. That sounds great. That's amazing. That's amazing, Evelyn. I have fettuccine. I have Alfredo sauce, I think. Yeah, I think I have them. I haven't. Yeah, I need to make that too. Um, yeah. Stephen, good to see you. Stephen from Southern Illinois. All right. So, William, you're concerned about the national debt. Everyone's concerned about the national debt. Okay, the national debt, the number's high. How did we end up with so much of national debt? It did not happen overnight. You know, administrations after administrations uh, took actions, made decisions that resulted in such high national debt. I mean, it's sad. Is there a quick solution? There isn't. Okay, we have to kind of roll it back over a period of time. We have to try to decrease our national debt over a period of time, and it requires making some tough decisions. So, I mean, that's going to be a long, long conversation if we start talking about it. National debt, big topic. Big topic. All right. Yeah, Evelyn, you're right. The Democrats will now bring up the national debt. No, I'm not referring to William being here as Democrat or Republican. William, I'm not referring to you. I'm just saying in general, I see that the Democrats, bring up national debt a lot. They didn't talk about the national debt when Biden was in the White House, but now Trump's in the White House. So national debt is a huge issue, and everyone's going to be blaming Trump for national debt. Hey, the national debt, it's not Trump's fault. Okay? It's not Trump's fault. It didn't get to this number overnight, okay? It happened over a period of many, many years. Frank says Frank had crab legs this afternoon. That's awesome, Frank. Yeah. William is saying that William is an old school Republican. Yeah, thanks for being here, William. Yeah, William, you're asking great questions. Okay, how do we pay off our national debt? How do we decrease that number? I mean, the number keeps increasing. How do we decrease that number? What do we do? I don't think there's one single step that we can take. It has to be a package of multiple steps, multiple actions. It has to be a change in a policy-making mindset. Like, okay, we're going to be crafting policies going forward, keeping in mind that whatever we do is going to be aimed at reducing the national debt. You can talk about different government programs, but, just changing one particular thing is not going to, solve this problem. It needs a multi-layered approach. What is that going to be? I wish I had the solution here to share with you. I don't. If we talk about the national debt, it's not going to be a single live stream. It's going to be a series of live streams where we talk about, federal government in general. Not only look at what federal government does, what it spends money on, how are the funds spent, do a cost-benefit analysis of the different programs, but it's also about the overall philosophy. Like, what is the purpose of the federal government? Okay? What should the federal government do, and what are the things that it should stay away from. I mean, the federal government, if you think about it, has very, very limited, you know, power. I mean, the federal government's huge, it's massive, but this is not the kind of federal government that our founding fathers wanted to see. Okay? The federal government should be limited. It should be efficient but limited. Okay? But sadly, it's a massive federal government now. And the footprint of the federal government, it basically touches each and every aspect of our life in the U.S. So the conversation is going to have to be about programs and numbers and data and efficiency and all that, but also the overall philosophy. Okay, what kind of a federal government do we really want, and what kind of a federal government do we have, and how can we go back to having a federal government uh, based on what the founding fathers wanted. Just a big conversation. I don't think we can have that discussion in this live stream. It's just too big of a topic. By the way, do you agree with me? If you think, Tosif, what you just told us, we don't agree with you, you can let me know. All right. Evelyn says absolutely agreed. Steven's asking about $2,000. You know, so yes, we are hearing a conversation about a possible tariff dividend. Okay, I don't think it's going to be this year. I don't know if it's just something that President Trump decides and it just happens, or is it going to be something that Congress has to approve? I mean, lots of questions, but President Trump has been talking about tariff dividend. So the money that the U.S. is getting from tariffs, from that money giving dividends out to people. So it's an idea, it's a proposal that President Trump has. Uh, but is it a done deal? Is it final? Is it? I don't know. I don't know. It's not a small decision. Okay, for checks to go out to people or whatever it'll be, like direct deposit. I don't know. It may not be mail checks, but I don't think it's confirmed yet. Um, so that's a conversation we're going to have in the future. But great question, Stephen. And I don't know if it's just for seniors, because I know, Stephen, you're asking about seniors. No, I think the tariff dividend is for um, people, of various age groups, not just seniors. All right. Any more questions for me, my friends? Go ahead and ask me whatever questions you have. I'm getting some great questions, so I like it. Yeah, Evelyn, you are correct. It took us decades to get into this debt, national debt. So it's not going to be easy going back. All right. All right, my friends. So let me wrap up this live stream now. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it very, very much. Stephen saying you're a wonderful tosser. Thank you so much, Stephen. Appreciate it. I'm going to be ending this live stream, but please subscribe and stay connected to my channel so that you can tune in for future live streams. So Bill's asking if I'm going to be there for a visit to Vegas. I would love to visit Vegas, Bill. I would love to. It's been a while since I've been to Vegas, many, many years. So I would love to visit at some point. but I don't know when. I'm very, very busy in Wisconsin, really tied up, and not traveling a whole lot outside the state. So yeah, but I would love to visit Vegas. Yeah. Thank you, Bill. Bill, great to see you. Great to see you, Bill. Hopefully, you'll be regularly tuning in for our live stream. So, thank you all so very much. Kay Cooper says, "Come to Texas, bring mom." Yeah, my mom loves Texas. I can tell you that. She absolutely loves Texas. She loves Dallas. She loves, just Texas as a whole. Uh, thank you so very much. Evelyn saying busy preparing for the run as governor. Evelyn, I'm not running in 2026. I'm not running in 2026. I'm not running in 2026. That's all I can tell you right now. But I am so grateful for, all the love and support that I get from all of you, my friends. So, yeah, thank you all once again. We're going to continue to do live streams. So please stay tuned, stay connected, and tune in. Uh, Tune in. Thank you. So, with that, may God bless you all. May God bless President Donald J. Trump. May God bless the Trump administration. May God bless the Republicans in Washington. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless our U.S. allies. And may God bless freedom-loving people all over the world. Thank you, my friends. Remember, together we will make America great again. Thank you all. Have a great night. I'll be back again very soon.